Hey yo, what's up guys? So Chicago gangbangers dropped a video that was equally laughable and delusional, threatening President Trump not to send the National Guard.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang.
Okay, I'm back from my Target run. And I saw a video of a young man who decided to warn President Donald Junquavius Trump and tell him that he better not send the military to Chicago because they got switches. They got switches. Yeah, that's what he said. I'm trying to say this with a straight face because he was so serious. Son, do you understand the magnitude of the force of the U.S. military? Yeah, you got switches, but they have weapons that are so far advanced. They have tiny homing missiles that by the time you realize there's a quarter-size hole in your chest, you'll only have 5 breaths left. Yeah, 5 breaths left. Not only that, do you know that when your ammunition run out, because you don't have enough to go against them, once your ammo runs out, do you know they still gonna be coming full force at you? Yeah, also, do you know that they can localize and pinpoint where all of that ammunition is coming from, where all of the pew-pews are coming from, and they will level it. Yeah, level it. You won't have to worry about having your family to have a fish fry or a GoFundMe to pay for your burial because there won't be anything left, love. They're going to have to raise money for a life-size poster of you because that's all they'll have to remember you by. Yeah, decimated, obliterated. This is the U.S. military we're talking about. We're talking about people who have vowed with their lives to protect the United States from all terroristic threats and enemies, foreign and domestic. And just in case you didn't know, love, what you just did, that was a domestic terroristic threat. So you still got time to take that down and apologize to the U.S. military and President Donald Junquavius Trump. Yeah, you got switches, but we have the life-size version and the real life version of Bruce Banner. In case you didn't know who that was, that's the Hulk. Yeah, U.S. military, they got the Hulk. They also have Winter Soldiers. Yeah, and they got the Avengers. Sir, you're outnumbered, outmanned, outgunned, out everything. Just stay in the house, baby. Go on, stay in the house and let them clean up the crime because you are no match for the U.S. military. There are other militaries that aren't a match for the U.S. military. Do you understand that they just leveled the cartel? Anyway, baby, go on, apologize and stay in the house. Okay? Just stay in the house. Tell them you're sorry. All right.
Okay, so some wannabe tough guy bragged about switches and taking on the US military. Spoiler alert, these street clowns are in for a rude awakening if they think their illegal Glocks can match the National Guard. These thugs flexing switches, illegal auto-sear devices that turn pistols into machine guns, thinking they can outgun the National Guard's 5,000 Illinois troops is laughable. These losers aren't defending Chicago, they're part of the problem, with 617 homicides in 2024. Their threat's a joke, like a chihuahua barking at a pit bull. And honestly, it's all tough talk, but let's get real. The National Guard isn't your corner drug crew. In 2020, they deployed 1,200 troops in Minneapolis, quelling riots in 48 hours. Chicago's gangs, with maybe 100,000 members across 59 factions, are disorganized and outmatched, so think street fights, not warfare. Trump's push for the National Guard, backed by his September 7th press conference on crime, isn't about war, but restoring order. But these clowns just don't get it. The guards are trained for combat, not ducking stray bullets in O Block. Anyways, while Chicago gangbangers are playing the tough guy, the mainstream media is clutching their pearls over President Trump's National Guard deployment in D.C., and they're whining about a potential Chicago crackdown is next-level hypocrisy. Outlets like CNN and MS Now cried authoritarianism when Trump federalized D.C. police and sent in 300 guard troops in August 2025, claiming it was a political stunt. Meanwhile, DC's violent crime dropped 15% in 20 days, with carjackings down 87%. Stats even Mayor Bowser admitted showed results.
And we greatly appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
Anyways, does the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, and the residents of Chicago not want the National Guard there? Do you not want your city safer? I'm not saying Chicago's the most dangerous city, but it is up there. Anyways, listen to this DC resident talk about how President Trump has completely changed crime in the nation's capital.
What's up, y'all? I'm walking to work this morning. I'm downtown walking from Union Station to my job, Department of Justice. And I see something beautiful this morning, y'all. Look behind me. You see the National Guards? It's a black dude. A couple of National Guards trucks. There's another one back there. Both brothers, man. National Guards. Stand up for the country. You know what I mean? In D.C. Love it, man. People, the media trying to make you feel like the people in D.C. like they're trying so hard to make it a race thing. Let me tell you something. The Washington, D.C. citizens, they are so excited. This city been invested with crime for so long, man. To be the greatest country in the world, its capital city, to be as bad as it is when it comes to crime, it's awful. I work downtown. I go to CVS to buy like headphones. Everything's locked up because you're allowed to steal. The kids are going nuts. You get on the train, they're acting up. But now you got the National Guards, man. It's a beautiful scene, man. It's a beautiful scene.
Now watch this next clip of Joe Scarborough going toe-to-toe with a Princeton elitist professor trashing Trump's crime crackdown. And there's something that tells me there's still a Republican in there somewhere.
Let's think about policing differently as we try to address an issue of safety, which every community deserves. Does that make sense?
It does.
Well,
Joe, take it.
Well, but the thing is, you talk about how cops on the streets won't make a difference. I will tell you that one poll after another has suggested otherwise. When you speak to Black Americans, when you speak to poorer Americans, there's a Washington Post poll that we've talked about quite a bit over the past several weeks since we talked about additional troops in Washington, D.C., and that is 91% of D.C. residents said that crime was a serious problem. The people that said crime was a very serious problem overwhelmingly were black residents. Those who said it was not a serious crime predominantly were white, rich residents. And the demographic who said that crime was the biggest problem were black women. I go back to 2020 when there were a lot of hipsters talking about defunding the police, a lot of political activists talking about defunding the police. You can find New York Times articles in real time about communities predominantly with people of color in some of the poorest and most dangerous parts of New York City. And their city councilmen and city councilwomen were saying, defund the police. What are you talking about? We need more police on the streets. We need more safety officers in our school. We need more police officers making sure our children and our mothers can walk to school and walk to work without being stopped by gang members. So I guess that's my question back to you. When you're speaking generally about this, are you speaking as an academic? Are you speaking as somebody who reflects these communities who say we live in a dangerous city? I know rich white people in Georgetown may feel more comfortable, or in Northwest Washington may feel more comfortable, but in Southeast, we don't feel more comfortable. We want more cops.
Is it me, or does Joe Scarborough sound like a Trump supporter? Like, honestly, I think Trump is the only guy that can actually flip Joe back to being a Republican. Anyways, whenever Joe brought up facts and numbers to back up his claims, he just sounded like a Republican because when we debate, we go off of facts, not feelings. And fortunately for us, there's so much crime data that even Democrats can't even argue against.